Hey petrolheads, today I'm gonna tell you about my personal tactics of buying a used car, when you pay cash for it. And I used to be a car sales manager for 2 years and sold more than 300 cars. And the first thing you should follow is to be focused on one exact car, one exact unit. That's the only way how you can get a good price at the dealership, for example. If we don't talk about the private owner, then you have only one car as an option. The worst thing that you can do with the cash is take it and go to the dealership with it, choosing some abstract model. No, you should know exactly what are you gonna buy. And then you should check the market. You should know everything about this model. And of course, if we talk about price negotiations, the most important information that you should get is the market price of this model. So what should you do? You choose the year that you are gonna look for. For example, you are looking for Toyota Camry of 2015. Please don't look for Toyota Camry. Look for BMW, Audi or something like that. But okay, you found any model on the market that you are interested in, or those that you are gonna check at the dealership, and then you start to research the market. You look for all prices of this model year, and you need to know two figures: the lowest price on the market and the average price on the market. Let's first figure out how to negotiate at the dealership, because obviously it's a bit harder than with the private owner, as they are professionals in this business, and you are probably not. So you come to the dealership to inspect the exact model, the exact Kia, Mercedes or Bentley, doesn't matter. You come there to check the exact unit. You check it, and you need first of all to make a final decision whether you want to buy this car or not. And try not to communicate with the manager regarding the price and how you are gonna buy this car and all that information before you make the final decision whether you are gonna pay for this car or not. Because that's the most important thing. Because when you start to negotiate about the price and you are still not sure about this car, then you can make a very big mistake just buying those cars that you really shouldn't. Okay, you checked everything, you want to pay for this car. You want to buy it, you want to own it. Are you sure? Okay, if you are sure, then now you're ready to negotiate about the price. And here what I always do. I tell the exact price I'm gonna pay for this car or leave. Talking about dealership prices, I usually use here the figure of the lowest offer on the market. If the car is in excellent condition compared to the whole market, then maybe a little bit more. Because I know that the margin for one car, used car for the dealership, is approximately about 20%. And usually they pay for it about 15% less than the market price. And they expect it to be sold for the average price on the market. And here, when you say the real price that you want to pay, what does the manager expect from you? He expects negotiations. And he will offer you a little bit better price than in the price list. But no, you have only price that you are gonna pay or leave. And then they should make a final decision, and it becomes really tricky for them. Because they realize you are a real buyer with the real cash. You want to pay for this exact car. And they have only two options: to lose the deal, or otherwise they will have a sale. Maybe they will earn less than they expected, but that's a car dealership. That's not their only car, and they are interested in making deals as often as it is possible. And so your offer can be really reasonable for them. And also it's an ideal tactics for you, because you are not a professional car buyer. And when you have negotiations, and not only the one price that you are gonna pay for this car, then they can win in these negotiations. And let's put it that way. Usually in 90% of cases they will win. And here you have an insurance kind of. Yes, maybe you wouldn't buy this exact car. Otherwise, you can just leave and come the next day, for example, to buy this car. You will think about it, but leave. Leave now. If you don't get this price, just leave this place. Then you think about this deal, and maybe tomorrow you decide that yes, it's gonna be a good decision to pay $500 more. Then it could be a rational decision. But when you are negotiating with a professional, no, you are not gonna have the best deal. With this only one offer, you are gonna be those person who are managing these negotiations. They are not negotiations, but here for you, it's a win-win situation, I believe. If you have any arguments against this, if you are a professional, for example, in this business, please write in comments. Does these tactics work for the private owners? Yes, it does, but with some specifics. And the main difference here is that the dealership has a lot of cars. They're interested in the volume of their sales, the volume of the deals. And the private owner has only one car to sell. And he is expecting the maximum price, the maximum value for this car. Don't forget that a private owner paid for this car much higher price than they are selling it now. So they expect a better deal. And if you are sure that you are not negotiating with a professional here, because there are a lot of people who earn money buying and reselling cars, flipping cars, so if you are sure that it's not that professional and you don't want to be rude for sure, then you can make one more offer. So you make the same offer first of all. You tell the private owner that you are not gonna have any conversation about the price, that's the only price you are gonna pay for it. But then, before leaving, maybe you can make one more offer, like 2, 3, 4, maybe maximum 5% more than your previous offer, the first offer. And then as well, if they don't accept this offer, then you just leave and looking for another car. Or otherwise, the same tactics. Live with this thought, with this price for 24 hours and decide whether you really want to pay this amount of money for this exact unit. By the way, if you are gonna finance your car, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I own more than 20 cars and all of them were bought using cash. But if you are gonna finance this car, I would recommend you also to first of all agree on the price with the same method. And if you are okay with the car, if you are okay with the price, then there would be new negotiations about the finance conditions. And then you should just accept them or not. But when you are talking about monthly payments, for sure you would be cheated. You can call it whatever you want. Maybe it's not a cheating, maybe it's a good deal, a good management, a good sales process, but you would just pay more than you could. Don't forget that a used car market is the market of professionals. And a lot of private sellers are also professionals. And that's the only psychological tactics that you can succeed in. And also, it has, I think, a very interesting psychological effect. Because when you tell the price that are not a lowball offer, it's realistic, then a person who is selling this car to you, they just have a better feeling. They expect expect the deal. Because, for example, when you are selling a car for 10K and someone came to you and offered 4,000, then you're not expecting the deal. You just think that that's a low baller and you don't expect to sell your car today. But if someone comes to you and say, okay, 8,700 for the 10K car, then you expect that you will sell it now, maybe for 95, 93, something like that. And you expect the deal, and you want to sell this car to this person. So, it's a good psychological effect. Please write in comments what do you think about this strategy in general. Your like would support channel a lot. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Or right now if you click one of these two videos. I hope you will enjoy them as well.